from Haines. Are we ready, Haines?
A long time ago, up in the Haines area, there was a man named Kakastani. This was one of the men who traveled to the interior. Kakastani was blessed with many, many nephews. And as young people, young men, they were restless. One of them went up to his uncle and says, "Uncle, it's time to take a trek into the interior and do some trading." And Kakastani agreed. He said, "You're right, nephew. It's time to go." But he said the work is not going to be easy. From now until next spring, we're going to have to work real hard. And because they wanted to go inside, they worked real hard. All summer, fall time, winter, springtime, they had everything all gathered together. And then they were waiting for their uncle to give the go-ahead. And Kalkaltani kept on telling them the time is not yet. And they didn't have any calendar or watches back in them days. But Kalkaltani was one of those men who used the vegetation as his time clock. And when the Yana 8 was approximately 4 to 6 inches tall, then Kalkaltani says, it's time to go. And so they gathered up all their things together real fast and they started inside. When they traveled inside without any mishaps or anything, and they made it into the interior met with the interior Indians, and their trading was progressing real good. And then Kalkaltani was the one that started getting restless, because he knew that Chilkat Pass was a very wicked place to get caught in the wintertime. And so he hurried on with the trading, and the interior Indians were very pleased with the trading that had been done with them. And so as a reward, they called Kalkaltani to them, and they sat him down, and they told him that because the trading has been real good, we're going to teach you approximately 4 interior songs. The Indians back in them days, they did not use any song that they felt like it. They didn't say, hey, this song sounds good, let's take it. They had no copyright or anything like that, but they had very much respect for one another and for their property. And so Kalkaltani learned the songs. And then, after he learned the songs, they started back down. When they got near to the Chilkoot Pass, Kalkaltani injured himself. He injured himself and he couldn't go on with the journey. But he knew that his nephews would not leave him, and so he asked his nephews to build me a shelter, just a small shelter, bring some wood around, and leave a little provisions, and then you'll have to go back down. And so they did as their uncle requested. They built the shelter, they gathered a lot of wood and put it around him. And they left him some provisions. And then he called his nephews to him, and he asked them to sit around. And so he taught his nephews the same songs, the interior songs that we sing. And because of the trading of Kalkaltani, we do have the right to sing these interior songs. But after the nephews memorized all the songs that were to be brought down, he told his nephews to go, leave without me. And because they had built the shelter and because they had left a lot of wood there and left some provisions, it was a little bit easier in their heart to leave him behind. And so they left. And they got down to Haines, and right away everybody was asking for Caucasian. And the nephews told them that he's up there in the pass. He got injured. We left him in the pass, but we left a lot of wood for him, and we left some provisions, and we even built a little shelter for him. But Caucasian, as soon as his nephews had gotten out of sight on that pass, as soon as they had gotten out of sight, then he threw himself on the fire because he knew he would not survive that winter up there alone by himself. And because of his trading, once again, we are authorized to sing the interior songs.
Our storyteller is in the hospital, so I'm going to try to tell you what we're doing. My husband told you a part of the story of why we can do the interior Indian dances. Now we're going to be doing the ptarmigan dances. Well, they prepare for, we're going to be switching to love songs. I'd like to just tell you a little more about our ptarmigan dance. You know, when some hunters were out hunting, they saw all these ptarmigans lined up. You know, they were doing a courting dance. I saw it even on TV on one of the, I guess, Survivors program. And they make noises just like we were making at the ending, just from their wings, you know, attracting the female. And it was beautiful. And that's where our ancestors got the dance from, just watching ptarmigans as they hunted and they were doing their courtship dance. Now we're going to be doing some love songs for you. If you hear your clan mentioned, please get up and join us. Thank you. Richard, move up to the front. Where are you going? Up front. That's it. Good. Okay.
I'm a Shingo Katie and I belong to this here tribe, and my family's from Haines.
There we go. We've kind of mixed up our program for you tonight. We started off with the interior Indian dances, as you heard from the story, and we ended up with love songs. And my uncle usually tells the stories, but he's not here with us today. And our finale is borrowed from the Tsimshian. Okay. Are you ready for this?
Chiraki.
We are hey, we are